The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Sheila's with us right now, founder and director of Erin's Angels. Am I saying your last name right, Sheila?
Yes, you are.
All right, Dion. And Sheila, are you a homegrown girl? Have you been around Syracuse? Or?
I've been here about almost 20 years.
Okay.
So born in San Diego. My dad was in the Navy.
San Diego.
Yeah, and but then quickly moved to Massachusetts. That's where I grew up, and that's where my family is.
Yeah.
But I've been here in Central New York for quite some time. When my kids were little, we settled here. We loved the area, and our boys have thrived. They're all adults now. So Syracuse is a
which side of the county? Which part of the community?
So we lived in Onondaga County, but, the lines are really funky, I find, in this area.
Yes.
So the school district was Phoenix, which is Oswego County.
Yeah, nice.
And I was a stay-at-home mom for many years. And when my youngest was old enough to go to school, I decided to become a lunch lady because what better to still be at home with the kids and have the summers off.
Sure.
And so that's where the story began with Erin's Angels.
And spy on the kids, let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, well, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's be honest.
They were so spoiled. Oh, my goodness. My oldest son, in high school, when I was at the high school, I used to bring him steak for lunch, the leftovers and stuff. He was a lucky little guy.
Yeah, good for you. And your husband, what did he do?
He was a Border Patrol agent at the time.
Kidding.
Yep. We're separated now, but it was a great way to bring up the kids. The school district is wonderful. It's perfect size, not too big, not too small.
Yeah, everybody says good things about the Phoenix school
you can
district.
fish there, Tom, right? That's what I know.
Of course. So tell us about the journey that brought you to have this Erin's Angels. I don't know who Erin was. I imagine something happened, and that was the precipitous. So
yeah,
let
you're
us
right.
know.
When I moved here, actually, right as soon as we moved here, I was touring the school and everything, and the boys were going to start in the fall. And right before school started, the story came out back in 2008 about Erin Maxwell. Okay. And she was a little girl who was unfortunately very abused, not fed, and it was a horrible case of abuse.
And she was right from here in our community. In
Oswego County, yeah. She went to school in Phoenix. She was supposed to go into 5th grade, but she was murdered by a family member, unfortunately.
Oh, gosh.
And then when I started working at the school, the teachers, the other lunch ladies, the nurse, they were all telling me that she would come to school in clothes soiled so badly and smelling like urine, cat pee, and stuff like that they had to change her out of her clothes before she went to the classroom because none of the kids wanted to sit next to her. But then when she went to go back home, she had to go back to the nurse and change back into her dirty clothes because the parents would be mad at the school if they sent her home in different clothing. That
is so awful.
It was really, when I say it is probably the worst case of abuse I've ever seen, I'm not kidding. It was awful. And so the fact that she was actually found by one of her teachers rummaging through the classroom trash can for food to bring home. That thought alone is enough for anyone to say, we have got to do something. Because it's not only in Phoenix. Every single school district, and I'm talking even West Genesee, has a weekend meals program. There is hunger everywhere. And with Syracuse being the #1 area for childhood poverty in the whole United States per capita based on population, that should open everyone's eyes. I mean, it gives me the chills just saying it.
Right.
Like, this is needed so badly. And so I started this in her honor, and that's why it's named Erin's Angels of CNY. It's in memory of Erin Maxwell. We have her picture everywhere. We have an in memoriam on her website. I had 3 boys, as I mentioned. I consider her almost like my little girl. Like, she is our angel up above who's watching over us. And every time I think, I really need something. Like I emailed Steve and I said, or texted you, I can't remember. I was like, I want a jingle. He's like, oh, come on into the local show. Tell us about what you're doing. And it's like things like that. Like every time I kind of need something or want something, more comes of it. And that's, I believe, because the good of our little angel up above watching over us.
Tell us what Erin's Angels does. So tell us what the mission is and how you accomplish that.
Yeah, so the mission is we unite people and resources to make food, education, and opportunity a right for every child. So food being the main thing, that's how we started. Weekend meals program. So we pack bags of food, send them home with kids on the weekends.
So through the schools, is that how it works?
Through the Phoenix school, that's our home base. And then we have an outreach program that helps other backpack programs too. So for instance, we'll apply for a grant and we'll split that grant up and we'll give money to various different backpack programs. We also help with snacks at schools, like Liverpool School District recently called us, the elementary school. The teachers needed snacks in their room for some of the kids who weren't coming with food. We provided that. Red House Theater in Syracuse has a program where the kids during breaks can go and learn theater and music. And they scholarship some kids in from Syracuse. And what they were finding is the kids from other areas were coming with their lunch bags full, and the kids who were scholarshiped in didn't have food. We buy them food. So that outreach program helps us to not just help the kids in the Phoenix School District, although that will always be our home base and our heart. When I started the organization, I named it Erin's Angels of CNY for a reason, because I did not want to be limited to a zip code. Sure. I wanted to help any child in need.
So who's we?
We is, oh my goodness, my awesome board. We have a wonderful group of volunteers that come into our office weekly. We call them our office angels. And we have an awesome partnership with the distribution center for Amazon in Liverpool, and they give us once a month 60 to 100 boxes of food and hygiene items. And so one of our volunteers picks those up and brings them back, and the office angels go through them and they put them on the shelves and organize them. And then once a month we have people can come in with 2 grocery bags and fill them up for free. We just really try to do whatever we can to bridge the gap and help people in need. Right now,
how can people get involved? How can people participate or give? Or you said Amazon or places. How can they do that? What are the physics of getting behind that?
Yeah, so one of the main things people can do, and this is in honor of Mayor Erin Maxwell, and I hope what I said earlier really touches your hearts. She was 11 years old when she was murdered, and we have a program where you can give monthly $11. So you just go onto the website, erinsangels.com, donate $11, click monthly. It'll come off your card. You won't even probably notice it. And that's a wonderful way to help us to be sustainable, because I've been a volunteer now for 9 years, and next year I plan on retiring. And in order to keep the organization going, you know, we have to have paid staff and all that. So we really do need the community to come rally around this mission and make sure it continues. So donating is probably the number one, way people can help for a nonprofit. But we have a board and volunteers. I mean, there's lots of ways.
So Erin's Angels, spelled Erin's Angels.com, $11 a month. My gosh, 50 cents a day or whatever. That's not the math. 30, whatever it is. Not very much.
You're the math.
Yeah, I'm not good at math either, so I can't help you there.
But it makes a big difference. And the information is there, and giving to something, feeding folks right here in town and kids. And what a great mission, great heart. We appreciate you joining us today.
And I appreciate you very much for having me.
Thank you.